Holland, when we were talking about characters evolving, I don't know if there's a character on the show who is more different now than they were in the pilot than maybe Lydia. I mean, it's almost as if we've gone on such a more significant journey than just a couple of years with her. You often liken it to the hatch on Lost. I would love if you could discuss the lost hatch theory when it comes to Lydia.
This was so many years ago. We discussed this. Well, first off, I actually did have an option. My agent called me and said, well, it's so weird hearing your voice echoed. I'm thinking about like the case over there with Patrick Harris and the magic trick he did at the Oscars. That's what I keep thinking on the stage. Remember this case with all this?
I know.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
And I chose the wrong character because he was, my agent, I remember it was like pouring down rain, I was driving, and he said, you can play this, I think it was off the runways of Milan, like Milan runways, i.e. like a model, and then there was Allison, this like mystery new girl in town. I was like, obviously Allison. I mean, why would you ever send me in for Lydia? And then like a month and a half later, I was in for Lydia, and after I went in for Allison and didn't get a call back. And like, we like you, but no. And I was sitting in a waiting room with a bunch of essentially models, and I was like, this is a joke. And then I booked it, and yeah, so I think from the very moment it evolved, from this little piece of rubble with numbers on it. And yeah, I was really happy to get the role because I was employed, and at that point, and from there it's just snowballed, and I love that as like Lydia's walls have essentially come down and become more familiar with all the rest of the characters in the cast. She's able to relax, and it's not so pushed and so pronounced and overact almost, where she's constantly having something on, like a Tracy Flick-esque comparison. But as far as the hatch, it's like, because it's layers. You keep unlayering her. You know what I mean, metaphorically?
Well, you had known for a long time where her sort of eventual place she was going would be, the Banshee of it all.
No, I didn't know. I had no idea.
So when did you find out the word Banshee?
I don't think Jeff knew for a while. Yeah, no, you can't even.
I knew, I think as I was like screaming, I'm like, why am I screaming? Okay, I'm a Banshee. Like, is it basically what happened, essentially? I mean, I remember Jeff had approached me and said, how strong are your vocal cords or something like that. And I was like, why? He's like, because you won't have them at the end of the show. So yeah,
We warned you.
You what?
We warned you.
Yeah. I mean, it was fairly short. It was not, we didn't have a lot of notice. I remember he approached me about it at the beginning.
Holland is a prime example of an actor who, when you first start getting the dailies back, the writers sit and watch and they say, oh, she's good. Let's write more for her. And Lydia's character is, she's become such a great character because of Holland, because she inspired the writers to want to write for her. That's great acting, I think. And I love the, it's nice when it happens. I love where her character's going. She's fun, and there's some good surprises this season, too. I'll tease that the whole the big cold opening, one of the big cold openings of the season is all about Lydia, and it's really fun.